Left right now, take up his position on the runway. He has been making sure that the airplane is in perfect working order before it leaves the ground. Safety is our #1 rule. This is a priceless piece of flying history. He flies it with a great deal of respect. Shortly after he takes off, as all our performers will today, he will shake the airplane out. That means he's going to make sure that it's also in great shape before he commits to the aerobatics he's going to fly, respectfully, in this piece of flying history. It is Pratt & Whitney powered. It is the sound of history as well as the sound of freedom. So ladies and gentlemen, listen to the sound of round, and hopefully the only sonic boom we're going to hear here all weekend long as the propellers of this flying machine reach supersonic speed. You'll not only hear it, you'll feel it. The T-6, ladies and gentlemen. To make sure everything's fastened in, that there's nothing loose in the cockpit or it would have ended up on the glass above his head as he rolled the airplane around. He'll make sure he's in good and tight too and ratchet it down. And keep in mind as you watch the aerobatics being flown here today in this wonderful piece of history, that it weighs about 3 tons. He's got both hands on the control stick. This is a heavy airplane to power around. So hear the energy build, listen to the music and sound of round again, and watch what Bill Leff can do with it. Sight and sound. He spends a lot of time before air show weekends polishing this airplane up so he can respectfully dedicate it to those who have served, those who have fought for us. Listen carefully to these words and this music now as Bill Leff from Dayton, Ohio flies the T-6. I lived in the belly of a beast. I fixed the hearts of iron monsters. I became a worm in the morning. For us, for righteousness' sake, for God and country, I fought. I fought for you. I fought for you. I fought for you. I fought for you. For you. For you. For you. For you. I fought for you. I fought for you. I fought for you. I do it again. To those who served, this airplane, built for World War II to train pilots. The advanced trainer has the T-6, and later, when the Geico Sky Typers are flying their SNJs, will remember the past. Folks, I'd ask you put your hands together for our veterans joining us here this weekend, those who served the Second World War and this nation in all conflicts. Bill Leff dedicates this flight to them. Listen to that airplane, listen to that history, all that Pratt & Whitney power. And again, that big propeller fighting into the sky at supersonic speed, so you don't just hear it, but you feel it too. He has much more planned for us later this afternoon, too, as he's basically warming up as we make our way to our opening ceremonies. Some flying for you this morning. Bill here from Dayton, Ohio, home of the Wright brothers, where he used to deliver papers and take every penny he earned and put it towards learning how to fly. We're so happy to have him here with us this weekend. Every aspect of flying aerobatics is about managing energy. You'll hear that a lot throughout the day as our pilots perform for you. And it's not just about managing the energy within the aerobatic box to be able to continuously perform these aerobatic maneuvers from one side to the other, from the top to the bottom, but also managing energy and making it efficient, as Bill did, well, not lower the landing gear, but actually raise it, because he did that on the top part of his roll. As he opens his wheels that way and prepares to land the victory roll before doing so. And keep in mind that this aircraft is not purpose-built for aerobatics. It's built strong to withstand the rigors of training pilots how to fly, but it's not purpose-built for aerobatics. Nothing like the airplane you're going to see next when Jason Newburg comes out, the creation he calls the Viper. Purpose-built for aerobatics, 1,100 pounds versus 3 tons, and close to the same horsepower. Well, the Pratt & Whitney engine here has plenty of horsepower. Jason has 400 horsepower in the airplane that you're about to see in a few minutes. Respectfully now, Bill Leff brings his T-6 back to the ground. A little bit of a crosswind situation today. He's got his hands full. He keeps that wing down and he'll settle. It's a tail dragger, so you don't want to stand it up on its nose, so you're easy on the brakes. See that rudder moving around, he's dancing. Wait till you see the work Jason has to do to take 1,100 pounds and settle it down with a tiny wheelbase at 400 horsepower. He's taking a position on the runway to shake his airplane up and warm up for us next, and he's got some pretty aggressive aerobatics coming up. So as Bill Leff taxis in, why don't you give him a big wave? He can't hear appreciation. He won't be able to hear your applause behind that big engine, but he can see it. So give him a huge wave if you please. As he salutes our veterans here with his amazing machine. Now watch from the left as the Viper spools up. 400 horsepower, and he's not going to need his wings for very long. Watch what Jason does as he shakes the airplane out. He gets off the ground and then he gets it right on the side. He doesn't get any lift from the wings at all right now. It's awesome sheer horsepower and the fuselage and his ability to be right on the edge of the stall. That's the kind of power he has to play with. So he likes the temperatures right now as far as the engine goes. So now he's going to shake the airplane up. He's going to roll it around one way, he's going to roll it around the other way. Nothing's loose inside. He's happy with how tight the belts are. And then he's going to climb for some altitude. And then he trades that altitude off for the energy he needs for the aerobatics. So you hear the power building up. He'll reach as high as 300. As he rolls the airplane and stops 4 times all the way around. And now here he goes. Let's watch and listen. But he knows exactly how much to save to get it done. So watch again. To snap the airplane at over 400 degrees per second, 3 times on the vertical up, and then settle with 400 horsepower and just hover, amazingly enough, like a helicopter. Jason Newburg, ladies and gentlemen. That's amazing. Stuff this afternoon. So you hear all the power now as he starts to accelerate on the way down again. Pushing up to 150. Now he's going to say hello to breakfast again very shortly. Probably a little of last night's dinner as well, because once you're upside down and you start pushing the stick to climb, you are introducing yourself to negative G's. That means the blood's heading up to your head. That means fluids in your body, whatever. There it is, the negative G push. Now you're going to see him do negative pushes and follow them right after with positive pulls. That is incredibly hard on his body. He has to build up a tolerance through his physical fitness to be able to do these kinds of maneuvers. Our pilots have pushed themselves academically as well as pushing themselves physically to be able to do what they do for us all weekend long. This is a prime example of an athlete, not just a pilot. Watch what he has to deal with all weekend long as Jason Newburg flies the airplane he has created. It started life basically as a Pitts. It is highly modified. It lands very fast, so he's taking his time there. Watch the rudder now. Watch how much he has to control that tiny little wheelbase to get it slowed down. And that's Jason Newburg warm up, his tease, if you will, and wait till you see what he has planned for you later this afternoon when he uses all the power to climb to the very top of the aerobatic box and come within inches of the grass, because he uses every inch of what's available to him. An amazing pilot. Of the military discount of thousands of vehicles, click allauto.com, and we thank them for helping get us around here this weekend. Give Jason a big wave, encourage him for lots more, and he plans lots more later this afternoon to get a close-up look at the Viper as he taxis by. Jason Newburg.
The NASCAR driver.
Oh yeah! How about you think Jason's having a good time?
How much for the seats? $5 each or 10?
He's back with lots more this afternoon. So we'll go from horsepower to thrust.
Right in the middle.
From having all the power at the front of the airplane to having all the power at the back of the airplane. We're going to dial it up a notch, both in